Hey guys, it's your boy Wolfie. Today we're going to have a more fun topic. We're not going to be talking about all this self-reflection nonsense, none of this balance. None of that. Screw that. Dude, we're having fun today. We're going to get these game developer juices flowing. We're going to be talking about things that we might want to see in Season 8. Hopefully, maybe one of the game devs will see this video. Maybe it'll give them some ideas and they can improve upon it or use it. And if we see anything similar to it next year, basically, we know they're messing with the map. We're not going to touch that. I want to see what they do with the map. They usually have some pretty good ideas. But I heard up the grapevine that they're messing with starter items, that they're thinking about bringing Death Toll and Mannequin Scepter back to help characters like Osiris be better in lane. Cool. I am personally a huge fan of the starter items. I'm also a personal fan of buying boots first. I think these are great. It gives new players a straightforward thing to do first that they can't mess up on, and also gives the higher caliber players time to think about what they need in the game, whether they want to get like something like Jones Wrath, or they want to get Pen, or they want to get cooldown, whatever it may be. It gives them time to change their build accordingly. And that's why I like having boots and a blessing as your first two items. It just makes sense to me. But I think we should take blessings to a whole other level. I think we need to give a whole thing after the evolved blessing. Now hear me out before I explain the idea. I think that selling blessings is one of the worst feelings in Smite. Not because you're not getting a better item, but because you don't want to get rid of the blessing. It was an item, it's worked for you. I'm in the jungle, now I feel like I do less damage to jungle camps, or I'm not getting the regen from jungle camps, or I just lost a cooldown reduction from having Mage's Blessing, or I lost a passive and some protections from having Warrior's Blessing or Guardian's Blessing, or I'm losing attack speed and P5 from losing Hunter's Blessing. I just think that we should do something different. I think we should introduce a new style of item to the game that's common in other MOBAs and just call it fused items. I think it'd be cool down the line to put this on other items. That's all. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Basically, I think that blessings, after they evolve, should have the option to fuse into certain items. I don't want to sell my blessing. This way I can keep my blessing stats and still buy another item. I think this would be awesome. Clearly, you might have to balance around it because now people are going to be having more stats than they normally have, but I think this could bring the game to a whole other level. It could also create the opportunity for other items, and it also could create the opportunity to balance blessings around certain characters. You can limit who will buy the blessing by what the blessing evolves into. So let's say, for whatever reason, arbitrary reason, not what you should do, maybe potentially, but not what you should do, is make it so that Warrior's Blessing can only fuse into the shield tree. So Void Shield, Shifters, any one of those, the Warrior's Blessing will fuse into it. That way you can limit Guardians from buying it if you want to limit their power in solo lane, or you want to limit their power in dual lane. For whatever reason, that's why you want to do it. Or you might want to limit Warriors in the dual lane so they can't. So like Guardian's Blessing will fuse into maybe like a Void Stone or something so Warriors can't buy it. As a balance reason, as a balance like idea. So they can still buy the level 1, but they just can't fuse it. So they will be just lower than their counterparts. I think this would be a good idea. I think this is something that you guys can use, and it'll be like the Katana tree, but instead of that, it'll be fused items. That way I never have to get rid of Assassin's Blessing, or I never have to get rid of these other items. I think this would be cool. And it also will be cool to see that special item that people want to buy. I think it'll be great. In the end, I just think it'd be a cool idea to have a new version of items, a new fuse style item, and you can experiment it with on blessings. Probably creates a new to balance set of items. So if you're making certain items directed at a certain class, you can avoid the other class buying them because they're not as strong for them because they don't have the fuse on it. And I think that would be awesome. I think it makes it easier for you guys, or even more complex, but it makes it more interesting for us, which is probably the most important part. Now, the second part of this conversation that I wanted to bring up, this whole video is about items, by the way. I would really like to see items that augment abilities. What do I mean by augment? I mean by it changes the way an ability works. Now, before the nerd comes up in the comments and it's just like, but Wolfie, they have that in Dota too. I know, I played Dota for years as admin center. But we should take it a step further because Dota is old and busted and whatever. But that being said, I would like for us to take it to another level. I would like us to think of it more in the terms of HOTS, right? What if you buy an item and all of a sudden, instead of Sun Wukong's 2 only slowing, it knocks up also? Or you get an item where all of a sudden Sun Wukong's ult spawns 3 clones instead of 1, and they can be different elements, and they can look pretty and they can look cool, but they have 50% health instead of having 100% health. So they're easier to kill individually, but it's 3 of them. That would be cool. It would look awesome. I think these visual and changes effects could be awesome on items because you'll physically see your character progression instead of just seeing a higher number. And I think that's another level of item that you can search for, and you can even use that for the fuse item ideas. And you could put these, like these special items, like one of the, I like using the shield tree because the Guardians can't get it because screw Guardians, right? Screw them, they're mean. But if you buy the evolved form of the shields, right, and it fuses with the Warrior's Blessing, or you fuse it with another item, whatever you want to do, or you just put it on an item. You don't have to do this whole fusing thing. You just making things. But you buy the item, and all of a sudden it says warriors will have certain abilities modified, right? So you buy this item, and while Erlang ults you, he gets another dog. Or you can have the opposite effect on like Serrated Edge. Every ability on cooldown gives Erlang another dog. Who doesn't want more dogs? They're dogs. No, but seriously, I think that would be cool. Having the visual effect happen would be fun. It'll be enjoyable. It'll make me want to buy that item even if it's not good. And I think items like that are more interesting than just, hey, we lowered your protections by 30. So now you do more damage. I would love to see that into the game. I would love to see it. Love to see it. Maybe add an item in the game. Since Ganesha dashes through walls, you add the something on a wall item. When Ganesh dashes through the wall, it actually breaks the wall down. So now he's his own phantom. That'd be cool. That would be fun. And you can balance it off the fact that it's on an item, it's not just the base stat. Aggro, this is how you get Zeus his stun back on his 3. Just put it on the fused version for Rada Tahuti. So you're not going to have it early game, but you're only going to have it late game when it's not on a base item. It's not on his base kit. There you go. Aggro, please fight for this. Anyway, guys, those are my ideas. These are just the random things I think of. I would love to hear your ideas. Please leave them in the comments on what you might like to see in Season 8. Or come on my channel and tell me. People are always talking about it. Chaos can't shut the hell up about it. I'm always telling him shut up, but he just never stops talking about skins and stuff. So push those ideas there. We have people that'll love to respond to you. I'll respond to you. But that's it for me now. You guys have a good one. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this developer talk, I would like to do more of these. Please hit that like button, please hit the subscribe, and please hit that notification. Also, I'll see you guys at 12 a.m. Bye!